So let's go over the soap opera named Hyliion. All right. I got trapped. I got caught in this saga just like you guys have. I'm going to be discussing Hyliion as it pertains to those of you that already have it. All right. First, for those of you that's not subscribed, take a second, hit the subscribe button right now. We do a lot here with the Stock Up fam. All right. So Hyliion. All right. What we all know about Hyliion months ago, they had the merger. At one point, Hyliion was up as far as $58, almost 60 bucks. Made 2 days. It popped $10 one day. It popped $10 another day. We were all licking our chops, thinking we were about to get paid, right? And then here comes a bogus short report, right? Then Jim Cramer comes and gives a Hail Mary, calls the stock down below 20. So the stock falls for like 120 days. Every day it's like a bloodbath. And so then the shorters come, and then they make money all the way down. They riding this all the way down, right? They knew that the trucks were in beta, right? They knew that the earnings report was going to come in flat. They knew the trucks were in beta. There was no money. There was no revenue made. The only money that they had was from the merger, right? And they only had one small order. So it made them a perfect target for these shorters in these institutions to have their way with Hyliion. And they knew Thomas Healy was an inventor, not a spokesman or salesman, right? So they knew there was no good news coming out. So they just shorted this stock and shorted the stock and shorted the stock all the way down. All three major key indicators is saying that Hyliion now is going up. I'm not going to say a bull market, but it is going up. The MACD, the RSI, and the Bollinger Band, I can never say that correctly, the Bollinger Band, all three key indicators for those of you charters, all say that it is going up and it is going higher. I'm praying for a Christmas miracle with Hyliion, right? So far, the only people that have made money off of Hyliion are those who shorted the stock, of course, and the ones that have put options, right? So people are making money riding this stock all the way down, and then they're going to try to then the institutions are going to come in and they're going to ride it all the way up, right? It's just a bunch of manipulation. That's what it is. And Hyliion's, I'm not talking about the CEO, but they kind of set themselves up for it. That it was a perfect storm, right? And so when people see that they can make money, they take advantage of that opportunity. Now, I'm telling you guys what I'm doing, but I'm not telling you what to do. Remember, I'm not your financial advisor. Before you make any financial decisions, check with your financial advisor and do your own homework. For those of you that's horribly underwater with the warrants, remember, you have to have an extra $11.50 per share to exercise the warrants. So what I'm saying to you, if you get green on your warrants, on your purchase price, then you may just want to sell some of the warrants at the price and not exercise them and just take your money and run, right? I know Hyliion is a mess, and it just was a bloodbath, right? And so I'm just trying to equip you guys. So if you sold all of your shares 3 days ago or 4 days ago, you lost money, right? And so I'm just telling you guys what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell some of my warrants, and I'm going to sell most of my shares when I get even. And then I'm going to keep about 500 shares, and then I'm just going to ride those long term, like I told you guys at the beginning. I'm in this stock long, but there's other opportunities, and I need to free up some cash, right? All right, that's enough for Hyliion, right? So let's move on to Bitcoin. If any of you guys see anybody posting anything below with a phone number, a WhatsApp, or saying contact my broker. It is not me, it's spam, right? So I'm going to tell you that just like Hyliion, I bought Mara months ago, M-A-R-A, Mara, and I bought it at $4.50. It went all the way down to $1. I was down thousands of dollars, right? And I knew that the dollar was going to be weaker. And so I'm going to just say that Bitcoin operates like gold. It's in lockstep with gold. When the dollar is weak, gold goes up, and so does Bitcoin, and vice versa, right? I will tell you that those of you that all you have is Bitcoin, go, you have at it. But I'm telling my followers, don't do it. I wouldn't have more than 10% of my entire portfolio in big gold. Big gold. That's what it is. Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin can trade sideways for years. The last time they had a bull run, it was 2018, 17, 18. And then it just traded sideways for 2 years while there's all this money to be made in the market. And I know some of you Bitcoin people are going to be going, yeah, but I'm just telling you guys, there's way more money to be made in the market while Bitcoin is trading sideways. Having said that, what happened was I held my Mara because it's a Bitcoin mining company, and I knew that it was coming back, right? I knew it was coming back. I knew it was going to be alone. I had that stock for 5 months. So it went down, and every day I just watched it, but I knew it was coming back. So I was patient because I didn't want to lock in my losses. You know, there's a saying, you don't lose until you sell. You haven't lost any money until you sell. And there is some reasoning to that, because when you sell, you lock in your losses, right? So I waited it out. So it came back past my $4.50. I sold it for $6.50. So now I made my $6,000 back, and I also made a profit on the stock, right? I sold it at $6.50. It hit $10 today. Yep. So hey, you know, we are all not perfect. For those of you that think I strike fire every time, I don't. Sometimes I miss it. So I didn't lose any money. I made money, but my money was held up too long, and I missed the bull run. So here's what I think is going to happen. I think stimulus is going to get passed. I really think everybody keep asking me, what do you think about the crash that's coming? Listen, I think it's going to be a bull market before there's a pullback. I really do think that it's going to, there are a lot of value stock out there that need to find their place, to find their base. That's not a crash. That's just a correction, right? And we had a lot of corrections fourth quarter here, and actually they were needed because the entire market was overvalued. So what we need to do now is look forward. I believe that there's going to be we're going to go through recovery period, and I think there's going to be a continued bull market. But here's what I'm going to say about Bitcoin. What's going to happen is stimulus is printed money. We're printing more money than we can afford to. Printing money, just massive amount of money, is not good for the economy. That means that the dollar is getting weaker, right? And so as the dollar get weaker, gold goes up. And I do believe that Bitcoin is going to have its best year in 2021. I do. I believe that Bitcoin is going to have its best year in 2021. I'm not riding that boat though. It's too risky for me. For those of you that want to go on that trip, I'm not doing it. I had a small position, and I might get a small position in Bitcoin, but I'm just not going to ride that boat with y'all. Y'all sell on, like the Commodore said, sell on. All right. So that's what I got to say about Hyliion. That's what I got to say about Bitcoin. That's what I got to say about the market. Hey, if you learned anything, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell, and we'll talk to you later.